There are 5 steps in solving quadratic equations using quadratic formula.
Here are the steps from step 1 to step 5. Para maintindihan natin ang mga steps, let's have examples.
Let's have example number 1. Find the solutions of the equation x squared plus 4x equals negative 3 using the quadratic formula. Step 1. Transform the given equation into its standard form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Our given equation is x squared plus 4x equals negative 3. Hindi siya naka-standard form, so we will transform it into its standard form. Para magawa yon, we will apply the addition property of equality. We will add 3 to both sides of the equation. We will now have x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals negative 3 plus 3. Then, we simplify. We now have x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. Step 2. Get the values of a, b, and c. Tandaan natin, bago tayo mag-proceed sa step 2, kailangan ang equation natin ay nasa standard form. Ang ating quadratic equation in standard form is x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. The value of a is 1, the value of b is 4, the value of c is 3. Step 3. Substitute the values of a, b, and c in the quadratic formula. Remember the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. We will substitute the values of a, b, and c in this formula. We now have x equals negative b. So, ang b value natin is 4. Kaya, i-substitute natin yung 4. Plus, minus, square root of b square. So, ang value ng b natin ay 4. Kaya, naging 4 square minus 4. Copy yung 4 times a natin is 1 times c. Ang c value natin is 3 all over 2a. 2 times, ang a natin ay 1, so 2 times 1. Yan, mag-ingat sa pag-substitute ng values ng a, b, and c. Okay, step 4 is to simplify the result. Okay, let's simplify. We have negative times 4 is negative 4. Plus minus square root of 4 square is 16 minus 4 times 1 times 3. Okay, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. All over 2 times 1, which is 2. Then, isimplify natin yung nasa loob ng square root. We now have x equals negative 4 plus minus square root of 16 minus 12 is 4. So, meron tayong square root of 4. All over 2. Simplify, x equals negative 4 plus minus square root of 4 is 2. So, we have 2 all over 2. Then, we separate the negative and positive results. We have x equals negative 4 plus 2 all over 2. Yung isa naman ay x equals negative 4 minus 2 all over 2. And then we solve the resulting equation. X equals negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2 over 2. Negative 2 over 2 equals negative 1. Therefore, the first solution is negative 1. Next is negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6 all over 2. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. Therefore, the second solution is negative 3. Step 5. Check the solutions by substituting into the original equation. So, this is the checking part. Our first solution is x equals negative 1. Substitute to the original equation, x squared plus 4x equals negative 3. We now have negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 equals negative 3. Negative 1 squared is 1 plus 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 equals negative 3. 1 minus 4 is negative 3 equals negative 3. They are equal, so that is true. Our next solution is negative 3. Substitute to the original equation, x squared plus 4x equals negative 3. We have negative 3 squared plus 4 times negative 3 equals negative 3. Then, square of negative 3 is 9. Plus 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 equals negative 3. 9 minus 12 is negative 3 equals negative 3. That is also true. Our answer, therefore, the two solutions or roots of the equation x squared plus 4x equals negative 3 are negative 1 or negative 3. Let's have example number 2. Find the solutions of the equation 2x squared equals 11x minus 14 using the quadratic formula. This is our given equation. 2x squared equals 11x minus 14. Step 1. Transform the given equation into its standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We apply addition property of equality. We add negative 11x and positive 14 to both sides of the quadratic equation. So we have 2x squared minus 11x plus 14 equals 11x minus 14 minus 11x plus 14. We simplify, we now have 2x squared minus 11x plus 14 equals 0. The next step is to get the values of a, b, and c. Our a is positive 2, our b is negative 11, and our c is positive 14. Next is to substitute the values of a, b, and c in the quadratic formula. This is our quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. We now have x equals negative times negative 11 plus minus square root of b square. So we have negative 11 square minus 4. 4 is the fixed value times a, which is 2, times c, which is 14, all over 2 times a. Our a is positive 2. Then we simplify the result. X equals negative times negative 11 is positive 11, plus minus square of negative 11 is 121, minus 4 times 2 times 14 is 112, all over 2 times 2, which is 4. Simplify x equals 11 plus minus square root of 121 minus 112 is 9 all over 4. We now have x equals 11 plus minus square root of 9 is 3 all over 4. Then we separate the negative and positive results. The first one is x equals 11 plus 3 all over 4. The next is x equals 11 minus 3 all over 4. Then we solve for the resulting equations. The first one is x equals 11 plus 3 is 14 over 4. Simplify 14 over 4, we now have x equals 7 over 2. That is the first solution. Next is x equals 11 minus 3 all over 4. We now have x equals 11 minus 3 is 8 over 4. Simplify this, we now have x equals 2. This is our second solution. Our last step is to check the solutions by substituting into the original equation. So this is the checking. Our first solution is 7 over 2. Substitute 7 over 2 to the original equation, 2x squared equals 11x minus 14. We now have 2 times 7 over 2 squared equals 11 times 7 over 2 minus 14. Simplify, we now have 2 times square of 7 over 2 is 49 over 4 equals 11 times 7 over 2 is 77 over 2 minus 14. 2 times 49 over 4 is 49 over 2 equals 77 over 2 minus 14. Multiply 2 to both sides of the equation. 49 over 2 times 2 is 49. 77 over 2 times 2 is 77. And negative 14 times 2 is negative 28. Simplify 49 equals 77 minus 28 is equal to 49. 49 equals 49. Therefore, that is true. Our second solution is 2. We substitute 2 to the original equation, 2x squared equals 11x minus 14. We now have 2 times 2 squared equals 11 times 2 minus 14. 2 times square of 2 is 4 equals 11 times 2 is 22 minus 14. 2 times 4 is 8 equals 22 minus 14. 8 equals 22 minus 14 is equal to 8. 8 equals 8, that is true. Our answer, therefore, the two solutions or roots of the equation 2x squared equals 11x minus 14 are 7 over 2 or negative 3. That's how to solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Sabi natin, the method using the quadratic formula can solve any form of quadratic equations. Kahit anong uri ng quadratic equation, kayang isolve gamit ang quadratic formula. Remember the quadratic formula. Kung nakalimutan mong mag-extracting square roots, hindi mo makuha ang factors, hindi ka makapag-factoring, nakalimutan mo ang steps ng completing the square, nandyan si quadratic formula. Kaya, huwag kalilimutan si quadratic formula. And now that you learned how to solve quadratic equations using the quadratic formula, I want you to take this challenge. Find the solutions of each of the following quadratic equations using quadratic formula. Number 1, x squared minus 5x equals 6. Number 2, x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Number 3, x squared plus x equals 12. Number 4, 3x squared plus 9x equals 18. And number 5, x squared plus 4x plus 2 equals 0. Before I end this video, I would like to share a simple quotation. The only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. So just do the math. I know that you can do it. Thank you so much. Stay safe and have a great day.